Python 3.14 introduced a feature that instantly became one of my favorites, tstrings, also called template strings. They look like fstrings, sure, but they behave nothing like fstrings. Instead of giving you a plain string, tstrings give you a structured template where text and interpolated values are kept separate. And that means you can inspect them, transform them, sanitize them, or process them however you like before combining them. In this video, I will show you exactly how tstrings work with simple practical examples. We will look at how Python breaks a tstrings into individual parts, how you can customize the output, and why this feature is incredibly useful. By the end of this tutorial, you will know when to use tstrings, why they matter, and how they give you a level of control that fstrings just can't match. So let's get started. Alright, so as you can see on my screen, I have kept the total code for this tutorial in the Jupyter notebook. So let's get started with the creation of tstrings. So the process to create a tstrings is exactly same as that of fstring. So here's one example. I have created a variable name where I have kept the value sunny, and then I have created a template string. So the only difference from creation of template string compared to fstring is that it uses the character t instead of f. And as you can see, then you can specify whatever string you want to specify with expressions inside of parentheses. And for the comparison, I have also created an f string. So let me execute this line of code. And as you can see from the response, the output of f strings is a simple string, but output of a template string is a template object. So how do we use this template object? So we will get to that in a moment, but let me first explain you the parts of this template object. So there are two important attributes of template object, strings and interpolations. So strings are this part which are around this content which is inside of curly braces. So whatever parts are around it, the normal text are present as strings. And interpolations. So interpolations are list of interpolation objects. And these interpolation objects are created by parsing whatever is inside of this curly braces. So that's the template object. And you can check the type. It's of type string.templatelib.template. And you can access the various attributes like strings, interpolations, and values from that template object. So in this case, we have only one interpolation object and two strings are there. And you can treat template object, which is the output of template string, as a list. So you can loop through it, and I will explain you how to loop through this list and how to transform this template object into particular string. And here is one more example. So our previous example had only one interpolation object, but for this one, as you can see, there are three interpolation objects. So let me execute this one. And for comparison, I have also created app string. And as you can see from interpolations that getting printed over here, there are three interpolations this time. One is for A, one is for B, and one is for A plus B. So yeah, that's how you create a template strings. And the output of template string is template object. So now you might have an obvious question like, okay, what is the use of this template strings? How do I use this template object? What do I do with it? How do I transform it into a string? So I will explain that to you in a moment. Let me first explain you what is this interpolation object, and then I will explain you the usage of a template object. So interpolation class is a part of Python's string.templatelib. An instance of interpolation object is created by parsing whatever is content is inside of this curly braces. So whatever expression, whatever variable is inside it, using that, by parsing that content, the interpolation object will be created. And one interpolation object will be created for each combination of curly braces. And this interpolation object is immutable. So once you create it, it cannot be modified. And it has a four important attributes: that value, expression, conversion, and format spec. So let me explain it with example. So here is a one template string that I have created, and I have retrieved the interpolation. There is only one interpolation for this example. and I have printed that interpolation object. I also printed the attributes. And as you can see, value is this one. So it's a addition of this two. Expression is this expression string 10.562 plus 22.67. Conversion, there is no kind of conversion going on here. But if you have some conversion going on like integer to string or float to string, then it will come over here. And the fourth attribute is format spec. So whatever formatting that you are doing, generally after colon. So that will come over here. And here is one more example of interpolation object. So this object will be very useful when we create a final string from template string. All right, so let's talk about what is the use of tstrings and what do we do with the template object. So as we went over earlier, the template object separates a string and interpolations. And these interpolations we can inspect and we can programmatically modify these interpolated values as per our need. And this can be very useful for scenarios. Let's say that you have string coming in from some source and you want to escape the SQL injections. You want safe shell commands. You want to generate HTML safely. You want to sanitize the user inputs. All of these operations you can do on those interpolations. And that is the main use of template objects or tstrings. So let's go through one example. Let's say that you are building a HTML document generator and you have attributes of various tags available as a dictionary. And for this example, let's take a simple tag, the image tag. So for that image tag, I have created a tstring by specifying the image tag, and then attributes are specified over here as an expression. So inside of curly braces, we have attribute. And I want to parse the string in a way that the output becomes like this. So after image, source is equal to set to this. So key over here and value over here. And same is for the another dictionary key value. So whatever key value pairs are present, I want to represent them as an attributes of our HTML tag. And let me execute this one. And as you can see, the expression is attribute and all that. So if you do this thing with a simple app string, the output will be something like this. As you can see, it included the normal string, the normal dictionary string. But we want output like this. So for that, we can declare a simple function named HTML. That function takes our template string as input. And we can loop through that template string, the parts of the template strings one by one. If you remember earlier, I have said that template string parts can be like a list and we can iterate over them. So that's what we will do over here. So parts is empty. And for each part, we will check whether it's an object of interpolation or not. If it is an object of interpolation, then we check whether it's a dictionary or not. And if it's dictionary, then we loop through key value of the dictionaries one by one. And we append this string to the parts. So this string, as you can see, k will be the key equal to value. So it will generate something like this. Something like this output will be generated. So these strings will be appended into the parts. And that and will be appended. And other parts will be simply appended as a string. And then at the end in the function, we are joining all the parts and returning them. So let me execute this function. And next, let's call this function by giving our template string. And yeah, as you can see from the output, this is exactly how we were expecting. So as you can see, each dictionary key values are put like this. They are formatted like this. So yeah, that's how you create template strings and parse template object into the final string. So what do you think about template strings? How you are going to use them in your project? Let me know in the comment section.